Hey everyone, welcome back to Balthazar's Pagan Garden. We are in the grow room for the first time in 2014. This is going to be just a mini-sode as to how I'm planting my tray of strawberries, so it's nothing fancy because I got a lot of schoolwork I got to get done this week and I only have a second. Now, what we're planting today is Fragaria Virginiana, which is a wild strawberry native to the United States. It is a strawberry I grew up eating from my parents' lawn and other fields around. They are a super intensely flavored, a very small strawberry, and I'm trying to replicate the environment in which I saw the plants commonly sprout. Although the soil I'm using is a lot more rich than the soil that was most likely in my mom's yard. But the plant seems to love my mom's lawn, so it should do okay. From what I understand, this plant will take about 4 weeks to germinate, and that means that the plants should be just barely getting going and be able to be potted into smaller pots and whatnot by the time it's time to move them outside, which is perfect timing. I want to get these things going pretty well for a couple of reasons. I'm hoping to selectively breed them into a bigger berry with the same flavor intensity. I'm also hoping to incorporate some of the unadulterated plants into my lawn. But if I only get one seed germination, I'll be happy with it because they are a hermaphroditic plant. The flower contains both male and female components, so they will self-pollinate, and which also means more strawberries and strawberry seeds for me and for my projects. Now, if I can get these things to go and become what most other strawberry growers know as the strawberry nuisance, I will start saving seeds and give you guys them. If you're outside of the U.S., I'm willing to trade. I don't know if international customs is, but I'm willing to trade. And they're really tiny, so I'll find a way to get them to you. Now, all I have set up right now is a really, really basic setup. So let me go ahead and show you what we've got going. What we have here is my seed tray, one of my, I think they were the 1020s or whatever, 10 inch by 20 inch trays, and it's got a dome, humidity dome. The soil is actually from my first attempt to germinate these. I don't know if you guys remember, but I started to try to germinate these in cups. It didn't go so well, and I used a very heavily degraded leaf mulch, essentially. So this soil is nothing more than rotted leaves. There are strawberry seeds intermixed into here. I don't know if any of them are still viable, but they were staying pretty cold on my kitchen windowsill. And in Maine, in the spring, anybody who's from Maine or from that area of the country, they know that even though spring comes, the snows melt away, you still got tons of water. As a matter of fact, where I grew up, we called it mud season. And well, this is pretty muddy. I mean, it feels like sticky mud, which is fine by me. It's warm now because I have my seed heating mat underneath of it. I have my modified grow lamp, desk lamp, clipped to the mirror. And so all I'm going to do is take my remaining seeds and I'm going to sprinkle them on the top. That way I know that I have viable seeds in there, ready to be grown. Okay, so let me put you down so I don't spill these things because they're really hard to come by in the first place. As you can see, the seed is pink because the strawberries stained them. I've got probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 seeds in my hand, and they're minuscule. Now, all I'm going to do is take them and sprinkle them over the top, just like that. That's it. Now I can see that I've got a cluster of seeds right there that kind of came through, so I'm going to use my finger and spread them out. I'm going to look for other clusters of seeds. Don't see any right off the top, right off the bat, but I got a fairly decent spread now that I'm looking at it. But these seeds I know are viable, I know they're good, and I really want them to germinate. Even if we look close though, you can see if it'll focus. Come on, focus. There we go. If you look really close at the soil, you can see that it's essentially just tiny little pieces of broken up leaves with a little bit of grit from the soil, because this was from my sifter from my composter. Got the seeds laying right on top. I'm not going to bury them or anything. What I am going to do is I'm going to go get a fork. I'm going to drag the fork over the surface to fluff it up a little bit, because honestly I may have packed it in too tight. This tray is not one of the ones that I bought with my grow setup, but it's the same size, a little bit deeper, but it's the same size. What this is a Jiffy self-watering tray that I took the self-watering portion out of because I don't need it. I'm going to use the self-watering mat when I do my tomato sprouts and my pepper sprouts probably. It's just a like felt whatever material that holds the water pretty well. We will get a fork. I'll rough up the surface and I'll take you along with me while I do that, but I'll be right back. You know what I say? Garden tools, bah. Kitchen tools, why not? Oh, I know why. Because my wife will kill me if she knows that I did this with our forks. But it's not a big deal. So just going to take this and drag it across. We're going to fluff up the dirt a little bit. Try not to unbury the bottom. You know, but I want the seeds to be well incorporated into the soil. Oh, weird. Whoa. It's kind of neat. Okay, stop playing with the camera, Frank, and just rake your dirt with a fork that you hope that your wife doesn't find out that you use. Do 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 do. All right. There's maybe an inch of soil in the bottom of this tray. I just want these things to root. Alright, now that I've got the soil roughed up, I put the rest of the strawberry seeds on. We'll replace the dome. Dome. Drip, 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 drip. A lot of water in here. That was one of the reasons, and one of the other reasons I don't think that the seeds that were in the cups originally might still be viable. The soil is warm. Soil is moist. The soil has this light, which I'm not going to turn off until I see some decent plants coming out. We've put the seeds on. We have scraped up the dirt with a garden implement. Ha ha ha. And now we just wait. We let it sit. Is it ready yet? How about now? I'm so impatient. Well, that's it for this. I'll be right back while I switch the camera around. Okay, everybody. So, those are my wild strawberries. I really hope they germinate because it would be nice to have a taste of home, you know. They produce tons of strawberries, tons and tons of strawberries, and they are super flavorful. And they just are delicious. I'm still going to do blueberries. What I'm thinking about doing with the blueberries is once these things are big enough to pluck out of the dirt, I'm going to use the same tray for blueberries. I'm going to follow the instructions on the University of Maine website. They have some nice growing instructions for low bush blueberries. The blackberries, I'm probably going to start in pots, little 2-inch pots, 4-inch pots, that sort of thing, because the blackberries are going to get big quick. At least that's my thought on it. But so this year, if everything sprouts, if even one plant of each type sprouts, I'll have low bush blueberries, what the rest of the country and probably the rest of the world know as wild blueberries. The really little ones, the really flavorful little ones. I'll have low bush blueberries. I'll have fragaria virginiana, strawberries, the tiny wild strawberries. And I'll have Fort Kent blueberries, blackberries, to line the yard with. And I'm sure I'll put some in the pollinator bed one. But coming up in 2014, a little bit of a state of the garden that I'm going to be doing. I'll do a real quick sum up, but I'm going to do a good official episode about the state of the garden. And that way you guys can see what's coming. But just real quick, look for new garden beds. Look for a finished garden path. Look for more DIY projects. And those of you who see this through the Facebook group know that I am going to be doing an episode, a DIY project episode, for a compost tea brewer. If anyone watching this can guess what I'm going to use this for, I'll put your name. I'll put your name on my garden sign. I don't have anything like prizes to mail out. No, I do. Your name will go on my garden sign as the first contest winner ever, and you'll get a surprise prize. I don't know what it is right now, but if you can tell me what I'm going to use this for, you have to be right. You can't be close. You have to be right. You'll get a surprise, something, and your name will go on the Balthazar's Pagan Garden official garden sign on the back. And I haven't shown you guys this yet. It's a present my wife gave me last year, I think. Last year? Yeah, it was last year for our anniversary. It was great. It was awesome. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. This is the official Balthazar's Pagan Garden sign. Hand painted by the lady of the house. And it has, my channel name right there on it. It says established 2013. And it's going to be hung on a post. It's going to be right in the middle once I get some lacquer or something to protect it. But your name, if you win any of my contests, I'll always do this. So I'll have to make sure to write names small. But your name will be written on the back of the sign. And I'll just make a list of all the people who have won my contests. This is the first contest. So what I'll do is I'll write, let's say Ronnie Payne wins the first contest, right? Good old Ronnie at Small Town Gardener, right? So what I would do is I would write Ronnie Payne, Small Town Gardener, and then the contest title. And so this will be the mystery coffee filter. So Ronnie Payne, Small Town Gardener, because he has a channel, and the mystery coffee filter. And then anytime anybody else wins, I'll put on here their name, if they have a channel, their channel name, and then their contest they were a part of. That way I can keep a record, and this is a good long board, so this will be with me for a while. I won't need to think of other places to write for a good long while, which will be beautiful. So that is it for this apparently long enough to be an episode, minisode. We'll call it Strawberry Fields Forever. Minisode 15. Wait, no. No. Minisode 1. Minisode 1, Season 2. Welcome to Season 2 of Balthazar's Pagan Garden. Hope you're ready. I am. Alright, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, watching me plant some strawberry seeds. Hopefully it wasn't done wrong, but we'll find out soon, I guess. And as always, blessed be to you and yours, and merry meet until we meet again. Bye.